Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenworks Entertainment. Today we're going over the manga, volume 11, Claymore. That's what it looks like. So now you're going to see us. It's the only part you can see us. I'm going to post each picture, photo up, or the book basically. So, alright. Just going to be us talking about it and you'll be able to read it as well.
Enjoy.
Alright, so in the manga, everything happens pretty much the same. Yeah, as I already discussed last episode, Undine dies a little bit differently. But other than that, it's the same. So, whenever Claire fully awakens, or her arms awaken when she's fighting Priscilla.
Yeah.
Well, here, that's not what happens, right? That she awakens like that fighting Rigaldo. All right. So I love this picture. Look at that. This is Claire.
It's pretty bad.
It's when only her legs are awakened, right? It's pretty badass. How badass that is. That's Claire. Fucking badass. What do you think?
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool, right? See, this fucking manga is awesome. So this is where, she kills Rigaldo when she awakens. Her arms as well. So her arms and legs are awakened, just like when she's fighting Priscilla, and she kills him. And then the same thing happens. She is waiting for Helen to kill her, but before she can, Jean steps in and does the same exact thing as the ending of the anime, and it brings her back, right?
What is all this ga ba 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 ba?
So
it's so stupid.
Well, it's just the sound effects, like whenever you come
I've
on the show.
never ever heard any sound.
Yeah, it's the show whenever she's her body's awakening, you hear it. That's what that is. That's all that is. That's all that is. It's cool, right? Just look how fucking cool she looks. She looks so fucking cool. But anyway, so Rocky is not here. All right, Rocky is still with Easley. All right, Easley and Priscilla. Priscilla's not here. Rocky and Priscilla and Easley, they're all still together. So Jean saves her, just like in the anime, and she is back. Jean is dead, and then the other awakened beings are marching into town. Now they're surrounded by the other awakened beings, right? Because there's still more. Just because Rigaldo is no longer there's still more. So once Rigaldo's gone, and they're surrounded by awakened beings.
Yeah, at first I was like, why are you going backwards?
Yeah. yeah, no. So they're all surrounded by all the awakened beings, and they know they're about to die, right? But we don't see them die. So now we cut to the organization. I'm going to read this part because it's pretty cool, right? So now we're at the organization. Okay. So, how goes the battle in the north? They've engaged around 20 awakened ones. The number of warriors dead is unknown. Any sign of Easley? He's still far from Pieta. It appears he's moving at the speed of a normal human. This Easley is a tricky one. What is he up to? At any rate, his delay is allowing us some time. Is there any way to hurry Alicia's progress? She hasn't reached 95% yet. With a little more time, perhaps. So that's in the warriors in the north are simply buying time for Alicia's training. So this whole thing with them being up there, fighting all these awakened beings, they're just buying time for Alicia to complete her training.
Who's Alicia?
Number one.
Do we even see her?
Not we talk. They talk about it in the anime, but yeah. So even in the book, even in the manga, we don't see her until this book. So we will see her soon. So yeah. So Galatea is there, right? And Galatea is kind of a little pissed off. She's like, "Why the fuck? What's going on?" Of course, they get a little bit upset and they tell her to
Mind your own business.
Pretty much mind your own business. So they have so she is the eyes for the organization, right? So they have a new set of eyes they're training because they want to get rid of Galatea, right? So there's this part here I want to read.
Because they don't trust Galatea.
Well, yeah, they say something that's fucked up here. So now we go back to where Rocky and Easley. So Rocky and Easley are training. They're having a good time. And he's just, trying to get stronger to be with Claire. So we see Priscilla standing out naked in a coat in the cold, right? So this is pretty interesting. So this is how they handle it. So Priscilla's out there in the cold, and Rocky comes out there and gives her a jacket. He's still fucking an idiot. Doesn't realize that there's some naked chick out there in the negative 30 degrees zero, who's not affected by the cold at all. So he doesn't put two and two together, right? So she's out there crying, right? She says, one by one, they've all been extinguished. And Rocky's like, well, what's been extinguished? And Easley says, you're right. One by one, they've been snuffed out. Only 6 of the lights are left. Meaning 6 of the auras are left. Right?
Auras? What auras? Awakened beings?
No, the Claymores.
Oh.
So now we're cut back to the fight in Pieta with the 6 warriors left. You got Cynthia, who's right here. She just got cut down. Right? And they're still fighting. And we have Deneva, and we have Claire, Helen, and Maria still left. They're fighting. And then we're back to Rocky and Priscilla. So what are you talking about? What's gone? There goes another. Only 3 left now. There's only 3 lives left now. 3 lights left now that Priscilla can see. We're talking about 3 small lights far, far away from here that are being snuffed out one at a time. Just now, 1 more went out. The last 2 are strong, shining more brighter than the others. They're very bright, yet they're such infernal lights. Then 1 more just went out. Now there's only 1 left, meaning Claymore.
Right.
This is Priscilla. And now all the lights are gone, meaning they've all been cut down. Maria, Claire, all of them, they're all gone. So this is where now that all the Claymores are gone, the awakened beings are all marching different directions. So now we see Alicia for the first time. So Pieta has fallen. The awakened ones are leaving. The north has divided towards the east and the west. Half of them are headed this way. I wonder if Easley knows about Alicia. Perhaps, but even if he doesn't know about her, we must have assumed that some of the organization has some kind of preparations. This is where he's talking to Galatea, right? Actually, he's talking to one of his other guys, but Galatea is there. Galatea is talking to Rubel. Now we see Alicia and Beth. They're all dressed in black. Beth is number 2. So we have Alicia, number 1. Beth, who's number 2.
Do they even talk about that?
In the episode where they're fighting the awakened being, the first male awakened being, when Marion is giving them...
They don't show...
They don't show these guys at all. Right? They don't show these guys.
So that's what's so irritating about the anime is they could have. They could have at least showed them.
But they didn't, because they didn't know what they looked like, because it wasn't out yet.
But, I'm just saying that back when they were talking about the first male awakening, they could have created.
Yeah, I agree. I was very disappointed when the show was over. I remember thinking, well, what about Alicia and Beth? I want to know who they are, what they look like. Well, this is them, right? This is them. They were all black, right? They're twins.
I'm not satisfied enough because I want to see it in real time, like movie.
Well, I'm telling you,
it's like it's not.
That's why it's cool too, because they look so cool.
Not the same.
It is the same. You actually have to read the manga to kind of get.
I get it. I understand what you're saying, but it's just like you know, like, for example, I look at Claire in the manga, and it's just like, she looks cool and everything, but then I look at Claire in the show, and it's just like, it's different. Like, you know, it's just like, it's easier for me to get attached to her in the show than it is in an anime.
Well, I don't know. Like reading a book to me, it's like I'm watching a show.
I guess I don't have as good of imagination as you, or just, you know, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, certain books feel like that way to me, but it's just like, you know, like, there's certain things that I don't want to be left up for my imagination. You know what I mean?
Well, not really. It's too much. Well, because this is all pictures, so nothing left up to your imagination. You see everything right here.
Yeah.
But still reading it, you know, it's like I'm watching the show because I get so into it, and it's so cool. The animation, the artwork on this is so good. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, does it not look good?
They look exactly the same. They don't look like different from each other. That's why I think it's stupid.
Because they're twins. So these two are twins. Alicia and Beth are twins.
They neglect to say that.
Because no one knows. Honestly, no one knows.
They're number 1 and number 2, and
but
no one knows.
No one knows anything about them because the organization has them hidden. Right? No one knows anything about them. Where this right here is the first time we're learning anything. Galatea doesn't even know anything about them.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Are we good?
No, I'm irritated.
Why?
Because
no one knows.
I want more anime.
I do too, but this is what we have. You know?
This is a tease to me. This is a tease.
So we're on Alicia and Beth, and Galatea is there. Galatea she's with Rubel. So this is Galatea. So there are two Alicias. How can? Because they look similar. So no, the other one is number 2, Beth. They are twins. But why? Why are they wearing black armor? You look surprised to see them. She's called Dark Alicia. She rarely appears, even in her assigned territories. So most know only her name. Actually, both Beth and Alicia are dark. That black armor, does it have any special meaning? You'll understand once you see. Every time they fight, we have to provide new armor. That's why they wear black. So now, the awakened beings from the north are walking up to Alicia and Beth. They're here. 11 altogether. Even they seem stronger than usual. What is this? This is the awakened being talking. What is this? All you have? How disappointing. Things are at Pieta were much more interesting. And we see Beth and Alicia. Go, Alicia is her handler. So what happens? Alicia awakens. You see Galatea says, "Oh my God." So this is Alicia. Pretty cool, right?
So they've mastered being able to awaken and take it.
So she has. That's the reason why they have twins, right? So Beth,
because one awakens, the other one takes them back.
Yes. So Beth controls her humanity, right? While Alicia awakens. So whenever she's done, Beth brings her back.
That's really smart,
right? But how they do it is fucked up. So now we get to see how she just destroys. She just massacres all these 11 awakened beings. Fucking destroys them. Fucking gone. Fucking, she just tosses, goes right through them. And this is Galatea. Says, "It can't be. What kind of thing is this? Awaken and she still fights them without." And then we see Beth concentrating. That's when Galatea figures it out. They share one mind. Is what it is. Excellent, Galatea. I knew you'd understand it immediately. Using twins to make half human, half Yoma warriors, it's possible to teach them how to perfectly harmonize their Yoma energy. And then, with further training, we are able to make the minds of these two completely one. Accordingly, even if one of them completely releases her Yoma power, she relinquishes her consciousness to the other, so she can so can awaken without losing her soul. That's how it works, basically. But yeah, so that's Beth and that's Alicia. Right? So after Beth or after Alicia fucking killed everybody, right? We cut to
the big
fucking Doff and Rifle of the West. Right? So the awakened beings were split up. I have it right here. So after they fought in Vienna,
die here?
Negative.
Oh, sweet.
So the awakened beings, they split. Some marched south, east, and west. Right. That's where they all split up. So some of them run into Doff, which some were his old comrades, right, that he knew. Then one of them started talking trash about Rifle, and of course he gets all pissed off, right? And then one kills one of them right there, boom, right in the head, done. And then when they're about to attack Doff, Rifle appears, kills the rest of them. Fucking DED, son, dead. That's where she's at. But she talks a little bit about what's going on. Because they all think, Easily is their leader. But he's really not. This whole thing was just a facade. If that's the right word to use. Facade. This whole thing was a facade. So what Easily is really like, I think I understand better than any of you. Because none of them really know. He sent all these awakened beings out to die. Right? So he massed all this whole army just for one reason. So they can march, get all the attention, and then they're all going to die. Yeah, and he can use them for cover to make it to the south. To get out of the north. Pretty much. That's his whole thing. He didn't care about Regaldo. He didn't care about any of them. They're all pawns to him. To use and for them to die. He didn't care about any of them. Fucked up, right?
Yeah.
So she kills the rest of these guys. Rifle does. And now we're back to Easily. He's now in the south. He's no longer in the north. So Priscilla and Rocky, they're still in the north, in a little building, right? So he leaves them to come here. And we see the other abyssal one. So while he went here to fight her.
Not Rifle?
No. Lucia of the South. This is her territory.
Wait. Is Rifle the West?
Yes.
Okay.
This is the South. She looks pretty fucking cool, too. What do you think? It's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking cool. So her power is really cool. So we cut back to... This is where they're at the building. So this is where they start fighting. Lucia of the South and Easily. So we see Easily's true form as well. So this is Easily. He's not true form yet, but he has like some arrow that he shoots at her. And she's kind of like a giant cat. So what she's like, but she's got these little things, little tentacles with mouths on them that eats anything it touches, including him. So this is what Easily looks like in his fully awakened form.
It's badass.
It's fucking cool, right? And these little things he shoots are like little arrows. He just fucking shoots them.
He's a fucking archer.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. And then we see her awakened. So this is Lucia. That's what she looks like. A giant cat, almost. See? All those little mouths on her body.
Interesting.
So anything you shoot at her,
she
fucking just eats it. Yeah. Yeah, she just eats the shit. So something really interesting about this. Alright, so dwell a little bit here. Raphaela. You know Raphaela? The one with the eye missing? So back in her time, when she was a Claymore, this one was number 1. She was number 2. They're sisters. Right? So the organization tried the whole thing with Alicia and Beth before. Not with twins, but with just 2 sisters. Right? So whenever they did this, the organization almost collapsed. Because when she awakened, Raphaela wasn't able to control it.
Right.
Right? And that's how Raphaela lost her eye. So ever since then, Raphaela's been looking for her. All right. So they are sisters, but not twins like Alicia and Beth. So they fight, and we don't see the outcome. We just see how Alicia just killed everything.
And see, that's why I like the show, because I feel like they would have showed the fight.
Well, they showed the fight here too. In the next book. Yeah, they showed the fight. They just haven't showed it here yet. Here, they're just explaining that Raphaela and Lucia. Here's Raphaela right there. That's the end of it right there.
That's really
fucking
interesting.
Cool.
Yeah,
it's really cool. But anyway, this is book 11. I don't know how good this sounds with us just talking about it, but I figured we'll just give it a shot and go from there. We will do volume 12. If you have any opinions on a better way to do this, put them in the comments.